Hello friends, welcome to my project for Nano Banana Hackathon powered by Google DeepMind. So hi, my name is Ravix. This is the AI powered learning material generator, and the main inspiration I draw for making this generator is to make the education convenient for those who not able to go to school or the people who are living in rural areas. So to make the education more convenient for them and also to make the education more attractive, interactive while teaching. So these two cases, which I think will create a huge impact. So that's why I go with that AI-powered material learning material generator. Now let's talk about project overview. So this is Streamlit application that uses Google Gemini AI to automatically generate the educational diagram and concise explanation for middle school topics. It also produces a downloadable PowerPoint presentation containing the generated content. Now let's talk about the key features. First, it's simple user-friendly interface because of Streamlit. Second, auto-generated label diagrams. Third, generate concise and student-friendly explanations. Fourth, compiles everything into PowerPoint. Now, fifth, supports both predefined and custom topics. Now, let's talk about the technologies used. First, that is Streamlit for like web interface. Second, like Google generative AI models, that is Gemini 2.5 Flash, which is for text generation for like explanation and prompts, and Gemini 2.5 Flash image preview, that is for like image generation or label diagram. And third is like Python PPTX, just for like PowerPoint slide creation, and Base 64 for like download functionality. Now let's talk about how it works. First, users select or input educational topic. Second, like uses Gemini 2.5 Flash model to generate a clear, accurate image prompt. Now third, it uses another model like Gemini 2.5 Flash image preview model to generate a label diagram. Then after that, a concise explanation is generated for each topic. After that, like all content is compiled into a downloadable PowerPoint. Now let's talk about the use cases. Here only included two use cases, but there is more than two. Just for like convenience, I included two. So like first, like a suppose a science teacher wants to like quick visual material for lessons like on water cycle or any other like photosynthesis, any other things. So for that, it's very useful. Second, like student can use this app to generate like diagram and short explanation, and they can download it as a PowerPoint. It will save its time, and also it's a would be a proper like visual lessons for them. Here I'm referring they to students. Okay. So let's talk about the real world impact. So firstly, it save educator hours of like content preparation or for teaching purposes. And secondly, it makes complex topic easier to understand. Third, it encourages visual learning. Fourth, it helps the students in like under-resourced school to access the high quality visuals. And fourth, it demonstrate practical application of AI in education. So yeah, this is all about my AI powered learning material generator. So here I show some of my use cases of my AI powered learning material generated, how it like simplifies the education content creation. There are like huge use cases, and it can be hugely scalable. We can translate the content into different languages to make them understand or make the person connect with them, or either we can make the educational content on their languages also. So its use cases is enormous. But for this competition, because of time constraint, I make it shorter. And we want the basic crux to get an idea to prepare like a normal prototype to make it working. So yeah, that's why we go with simply. Otherwise, like it's beyond the limit. You can expand it for either for like adding like quiz based on the given information or converting it to games to make it more attractive. So yeah, that's all. Thanks. Now let's jump to our demonstration. So this is AI powered learning material generator. Here are some of the selection options. So here we have some default topics which we can select. So I am selecting suppose water cycle and this thing. And here we can add something like additional topic which are not present on there. So suppose I add this frog life sign. Okay. Now just have to click the enter to include that topic in the selected topics. So that thing done on backend. Now let's just click the generate educational button. So it will generate the content. Here you see the progress bar. It taking time because like it goes on backend. So here is the processing going. Let's switch. So yeah, here you can see the first generation portal cycle diagram. We selected. Here we have this solar system diagram. Now here it generates the from list. Here it says all image generated. Now it's doing its all processing for generating the PPT. Now I think the PPT is ready. So here it generated a link. So here is the generated PPT link. You can see this is the water cycle diagram. This is the simple PPT. There is no such like the fancy stuff I have done. Here I have done some like included the explanation. Here this is the solar system. Its explanation. And here the frog cycle. And here its explanation. So this is just a simple demonstration purpose PPT I have created using my AI powered learning material generator. Yeah, that's all. Thanks. Now let's jump to code walkthrough. So here for like interactiveness, we have imported Streamlit. For like relative path, we imported import OS, and for accessing the generative AI Gemini model, so we imported the generative AI Gen AI module, and here we imported PPTs for creating presentation. Here we also imported some of the utils from the PPT, that is inches and PT, for adjusting the font and its alignment. And here we also imported base64 to create the downloadable link for the one PPT. Here we set up a config where we basically set the title as AI learning material. Its layout should be center. Here we hard coded the Gen AI Gemini configuration key value. After that, can able to access the Gemini model, Flash, and this Gemini Flash preview image model and Flash model. Here we set up the header with like AI powered learning material generator. Here I added some description like generate the label diagram explanation for like middle school using Gemini AI. Just a slide description. Here I added some default topics which are already present there. And here are some of the for here I have the selected bar for like 70 topics based on this default. Now this is for like manual selection where you write the topic and press enter. After pressing enter, it will like strip the topic and include that with the selected topics, or we can say default topic to get the all topic which are selected. Now after like getting the topic, it will initiate the button like generate educational content. Okay, here it will show you like generating images and explanation. This may take a minute because while showing the progress bar, it will says that here are the image files in the form of list to be stored. Here I said progress bar 0, and then the poll topics basically include all what are the topics we have selected, number of topics we selected, that I set to total. So here it try to iterate all the topics. Here I make the prompt concise regarding that. The style should be simple and colorful. It should not edit any look like it must be look like a label diagram, not like abstract art or story, because you know that model generally try to be more creative. I don't want it to be like creative. I want it like more accurate as much as it can because it's related to study. So that's why I have to give the long instruction for that. Here I called our text model with our image prompt, which we have provided here. Now after like getting the proper like reply from the text prompt that we give it to our text model to make that understand what are the topics we're dealing with, and it will create a more concise and good image prompt, which would be helpful for our image generation. So here we passes to the image model where it generate the image. Here we set it to none because we want to access the image inside the responses. Responses has some object like candidate zero where we have to do content dot parts, and it will check whether it part dot inline dot mind type will be started with images. If that was true, then it will extract the image data from part dot inline data dot data. These are the nested objects which we have to access dot dot, and then we break it. If we get the images, then it will like replace the names. Like if it is water cycle, then it will save it as water underscore cycle. Then it will save the file name as water underscore cycle, and then we'll append the image files with file name as well as topic. Topic here I have stored two times. That I will tell next when we create the presentation. That's why I stored it two times here. Now here we describe that image which should be displayed on the front end after like processing. After if it like not processes, then it says that it image not generated. Here I added the progress bar to like update its progress after processing of each images. After it was done, it says the all images are generated. Then let's go to the presentation. Here we access to the all images file. So here we added to like go to the slide. Uh, we have created the PRS object. So inside the PRS object, there is slide dot add slides where we can describe our slide values. So for accessing that in CSS, there is one numbers I have to access, that is title only, to get the title bar access. So that we have to pass here PRS dot slide layout. Uh, so that's what I access here to get the slide. This is the slide shape where you passes the titles dot shape to set the title on the title text bar. And yeah, here you go to the title shape dot text to finally set that title. And here we are describing the font sizes and also the alignment that you have to experiment here to make it proper. So I have experimented with the different numbers to make the alignment of the slides and all these pictures would be perfect. So that you have to experiment with it. Okay. Now here I have added some explanation prompt regarding like write a simple clear explanation for a middle school about the topic. Start explanation with like one sentence definition, then explain the key ideas in 3 4 short sentences, and keep it 100 words. Use simple word about storytelling tone because I wanted a text based format, or you can say explanation, proper explanation. Don't want any like storytelling. That's why I keep it like concise, and then give it to the text model. Okay. Then here it added the same thing we have to do for the selecting the title and add the title. Here we are adding title with also including explanation. Here we adjusting the font sizes, and here we adjust its layout management that you have to adjust here. And yeah, this all things should be done, and then you can include the file name, what file name you have to save it. Here you save the PPT as PPTX. Then to make it downloadable, we have created a function where you pass in the file path, make it read byte, and then file will read it. And then using this base64, we decode it, and here we passes the link to show that link downloadable. Okay. So here I'm calling this function to display it, and after like completion, it will show the value to like make it more like interactive, or you can say like very user friendly. So yeah, that's all regarding it. Otherwise, it will say at least one topic you have to select for it. So yeah, this is regarding my code demonstration. Hope code walkthrough, you can say. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.